Okay, we're still on projects, on the project assignments, Math 120, and we're on Project O now. All right. So, kind of reading through it. Again, we've done things like this before, and I want to point out, so it says use sage to determine the number of points of intersection between these two guys over here. These are typically questions you see on competitive examinations, typically at the high school level, where they're trying to see if students understand without using a calculator how many points they have in common. But I'll be honest with you, usually people are like one off, two off, three off. And the reason for that is they really don't understand the relationship between these two functions over here. And part of this is you should be able to do it by hand, but my goal over here is that yeah, after you do it by hand, I would like a visual of the answer, right? Like do it by hand and then get a visual of the answer. So certainly we give you a picture over here, and I want to point out, looking at the picture, by the way, I know at least for a lot of students it's very difficult to do that, but what's nice about this is you can blow this up. It's a PDF, by the way. But you know what? I got troubles over here. I want to put the troubles looking at this over here. It's this region over here. Like someone might say, I don't know what's happening over here. And you know what? That's what I mean by being one off or two off or three off on it. All right. But what I do is I zoom into that region and I'm able to count it up. All right. I'm seeing 2 points in that intersection over there. All right. So here's the deal. You're going to be confused, by the way. Even when you see a picture, you're going to be confused. Zooming into a region might help you out. All right. It might help you out. All right. So what I want to do is I want to go to my my software, and I want to point out, we'll do this over here, and let's write this down. Reset, right? An X is a variable. And again, we're not trying to confuse you. We're trying to get you guys to type stuff in. F of X, yeah, I'm getting a little tired, so I'm going to copy paste. I'll copy this line here. You know what? I didn't copy it. It just beeped at me. I didn't copy it. And I'll paste that in. And yeah, I could type that in too, by the way. By the way, I'm the one who writes your notes. I did already type that in. All right. So I want to warn you against this. Don't do this because you're copying that 347. You know what? I'm going to do this though. I'm going to copy this part. And then I'm going to say y max is equal to 1.1. Okay, here's the belief. And I really do mean this, by the way. I think he can count the points of intersection, by the way. By the way, two here, two here. I'm not going to do it for you. Two here, two here. But I got to be honest with you. It's when I get over to this region over here. That's a problem for me. So I'm going to zoom into that. And I got to be honest with you. With me zooming in using like a PDF and doing that, I still have problems. Let's get all blurry. That's not a good idea, is it? I'm going to delete that. All right. So here's the deal. I'm pretty clear, two, 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 a bunch of twos, right? But it's this region over here. So what I want to do is I want to zoom into that region, all right? Now, someone says, can you zoom into that region? The way I do it is I replot the function. So let me do that, and we'll go through it one step at a time. I'm going to kind of read the range out for you as well. Let me close that out. And let me paste it in. And y max is going to be 0.013. Now, before I do that, I want to claim, what am I doing? I'm staying really close to the origin. So the x minimum goes from 0 to 0.002. And the y is also staying incredibly close to the origin. It's starting at 0 and going up to 0.13. Now, someone says, where'd you get these numbers? Looking at the graph. And again, I'm not saying you would have used those numbers, but I'm really close to the origin now. Let me hit return. And when I do that, what am I noticing? I'm noticing there's 2 points of intersection. The points of intersection, one would be here, and one would be over here. I zoomed in closely, all right? So I'm going to claim over here, I think once you realize that by zooming in, basically what you're doing is you're not seeing something, so you get closer to it. Just like in life, you can't see something, you want to get close to it. Put your face directly in it and see what you're looking at. And that's what we did over here as well. Again, I gave you two graphs. The first graph over here, fairly easy to count. Most of the points of intersection, it's confusing over here though. It really is confusing over here. And that's why I zoomed in this region over here. You got to be really close to the origin to see what happens over there. And I did that, and I got this picture over here, which is clearly seeing 2 points of intersection, by the way. All right? So that's about covers it. Thank you so much for paying attention though.